What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas to answer a question that I get a lot from people, and I've gotten this more and more as the channel has grown. I've touched on this topic here and there in other videos and talked about it, but I get a lot of people now sending me like personal messages or asking me in the comment section about Vegas. And it's, the same question of, hey, I'm in this situation, I live in North Carolina, should I move to Vegas? I'm in this situation, I live in Arizona, should I move to Vegas? I'm in this situation, I live in California, should I move to Vegas? They get all sorts of different situations that people are in their life, and they're asking, they were interested in coming to Vegas, they're looking at it and they're like, hey, should I go and move there, right? Like, is it a good idea? Should I leave everything I know where I'm at and come here to Las Vegas? Like, Jacob, what do you think? Kind of like, almost like some people, like, it's basically like they're asking me to like tell them what to do. And here's what I'll say, guys. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I can share with you my experience, okay? And that's all I can really do. I mean, for someone to hit me up and just like in a couple sentences tell me what they got going on, and for me to be like, yeah, you should come here, like, go ahead, do it, like, it's all gonna be fine. One, I'm not gonna tell you I'm probably not gonna tell you it's all gonna be fine, because ultimately I don't know, because I ultimately don't know you. So when people hit me up or they ask that question, should I move, I can't really tell, guys. I mean, it's, when I was doing this, or when I was getting ready to move here years ago, there was nobody on YouTube talking about this. There was like one video or two videos about what it's like to live in Las Vegas that were, a couple years old, and like that was it. There was nobody showing stuff around town, nobody talking local stuff, there was just tourists like covering stuff on the strip, and that was it. Like, there was practically nothing. All right, I've got hundreds of videos here about the local life, about vacation stuff, just vlogs, or whatever the case is about this area. So use that to your advantage. I'm glad you're using it, but at the end of the day, you got to decide for yourself. Okay, I tell people, hey, I moved here years ago, I'm glad I did, I have no regrets about it, none at all. But when I was getting ready to move here too, I was just like you. I was like, should I do this? Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know. At the time, I was getting ready to finish school, and I just felt like it was kind of a now or never moment. Like, if I didn't go right when I finished school and came here, then I guess I could have stayed in California for a little while longer and tried to come here again later or something. But I just felt like if I started to go and put my energy and my time, my effort into the workforce in California, that the longer I did that, the harder it was gonna be for me to come and move here to Las Vegas. And I just wanted to come here, I wanted to try something different. I felt it was the perfect time. I was in school, I was getting ready to finish school, I was a single guy, no kids, nothing like that. I was like totally free to up and go somewhere. I'd been in school for plenty long. I was ready to be done with school and move on with my life and go somewhere else. So I just looked into it. I came here for a week, looked for work, found a job, found a place to stay. The last day, like literally hours before I got back on the plane to go fly back to California, I signed a lease at a place to stay. I mean, it was like, here we go. Like, it's jump. Like, I jumped. It's not even do or die. I just took the freaking jump. I jumped, and I'm gonna come back out here. After I signed the lease, I had to go back and finish school. I did finish my last final. Come back out here a couple weeks later, and I started my life here in Las Vegas. And I've been glad I did it. It wasn't always easy. There have been bumpy times. It was difficult adjusting sometimes in the beginning especially, but the longer I've been here, the better it's gotten. It really has. So when people ask me, should I move? Should I do this? Or people ask me any other question like that, where it's like, hey, I want to come to Vegas, and I want to get this kind of job. Do you think I'll be successful? Ultimate answer is kind of like, fuck if I know, right? I mean, I don't know. You're just someone on the internet who messaged me about wanting to come here, and I'm like, I don't know. I ultimately don't know. I mean, so if you're asking me about how long it's going to take you to find a job in this field, or if you can be successful in this or that, I don't know. That's up to you. It really is. I've talked about it before. This is a town where you can come and you can really hustle your ass off, and you can make a good income, and you can make good money, but you got to hustle. You got to have the work. You got to dive headfirst in and do it. I mean, you're not just going to be able to come here and just kind of coast and like all this money is going to fall out of the sky. People come here sometimes with these wild expectations that they see on TV, they hear all the money that comes to Vegas, and there's plenty of money that comes here, there's plenty of money to be made, but you actually got to make it. It's not just going to fall in your lap. So I don't know how it's going to work for you. I've talked to some people have commented on these videos. When I was driving for Uber and Lyft, I've met people who were like, I just came here on a whim. But I've talked to people here in town, they're like, I came for vacation, I never went back home. And they love living here, and they've been here for a decade or more. One time on an Uber ride, I picked up this kid who was 19 years old. He had just moved here like 6 months ago from Sacramento. He'd finished high school, moved here from Sacramento, was living in this it was kind of a crappy looking area, actually, to be blunt about it. This crappy looking area, sharing a place with like 2 or 3 other guys, got a job working at a cell phone store, where he gets his hourly wage, plus he gets commission if he sells, you know, packages and that kind of thing. And I remember asking him, so you just came around a whim? He goes, pretty much. He goes, you know, didn't have a whole lot of plans. So you found a job pretty easy? He goes, yeah. So do you think it was hard? He goes, not really. He goes, you know, I think if people can't find a job, usually they're just lazy, right? 19 years old. 19 years old, this guy. Comes out of high school, doesn't have any real life experience for the most part, comes here, gets a job, he's living in some crappy place, but he's getting on his feet, and he's going in the right direction. Somebody else commented on the video before one time, when they came here, they had to get 2 crappy jobs and they started. I talked about that in the video about moving here with no job and with no money. They had to get, it was a girl, she had to get 2 crappy jobs, worked that for a while until she get one job that she actually liked and she was able to go into that, and now she's getting set and she's working to live a better life here. I don't know what the future's gonna hold for you guys. I really don't. I hope it holds something good for you, but I cannot like just tell you, yes, come here based off this, this, and this, okay? You're the ultimate indicator of what your life is gonna be. So when people ask me, should I do this, should I do that? You know, guys, that's really tough for me to tell, okay? I can give you an opinion, but even then, it's at the end of the day, it's still you. It's all you. It's all you. So all I can say is I did it. I don't regret it. I'm glad I moved here. This area is not going to be for everybody, but it's worked out great for me. So if you're thinking about moving here, you want to take a look, I encourage you to come out, spend some time, spend a few days, 5 days, a week, whatever. Stay here. Check out the outlying areas besides the Strip and besides downtown. See if you like it. Try to get a taste for it. And if you want to come move here, you just got to make the jump. At some point, you have to make that jump. So all the reading, all the researching, all the videos in the world, you can watch it, you can take in all that information, but at some point, you just got to jump. You just have to jump. If you really want to do it, you got to jump and go ahead and do it. You know, and if for whatever reason you don't like it, you can always move back. You can always move somewhere else. But at least you gave it a try. So I know it's scary. Believe me, it's scary. And for those of you coming like from the East Coast or from other countries, it's really scary because you're coming a hell of a long way. So just know, I can only give you so much information, I can only give you so much advice, but at the end of the day, it's going to be your life and it's going to be your decision, okay? So just remember that. There are no guarantees. That's it for this video, guys. I'm Jacob, and this is My Life in Vegas.